right, guys, so one of the first things we're going to do, obviously, on any new car, especially this one, is we're going to replace the factory paper L filter with a K&N filter. So looking at this car, one of the things that I've noticed is the ducting that goes to the airbox runs underneath this big scoop for the vent on the hood to extract the hot air as it passes through the radiator. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to remove that, disconnect it from the throttle body, get it out of the way so that we're not fighting it. And one of the reasons is GM now uses these molded vinyl lines with quick disconnects on them for most of your fluids, and we don't want to damage those, kink those, and after time with heat they're going to get brittle. This car's fairly new, so I'm not really concerned about that right now, but we just don't want to damage those in any ways. So we'll remove the scoop for the vent for the hood, and we'll disconnect the air box from the throttle body, and then that way we can just go ahead and pull the filter out. I'm not using the FIPK, the whole $500-600 one. I'm just replacing the element itself, and we're just going to use the stock sealed air box. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, well, these are the 4 screws that hold the scoop in, and they were only hand tied. I didn't even really have to use a ratchet. So this is your scoop. You want to be careful you don't damage the seals on the bottom. And we'll just set that aside. So now that's what it looks like, and we can access the airbox a lot better. It's a lot easier than trying to fight it. Okay, so if you unclip this retaining clip that holds this, you're going to get a little bit more slack here. Push this red lock out and then push the black tab down to remove it from your air intake connection. And then this, you push this white thing from the other side and it'll lift off here. Okay, well, there's your air box out of the car. There's your air intake connector. That's your PVC line connector. And then just the clamp for the throttle body. So now you have all that room in there, and there's the filter. So we're going to take that paper one out, and we're going to replace it with our K&N filter. All right, well, this is our factory paper one, made in Thailand, AC Delco, and our K&N replacement. So it just goes in, nose first, slides in, and then it seals in the air box around here. Okay, so we got the filter in. There's a cage in the front that's radiused, and it pinches the nose of that filter to hold it in place. These 2 tabs go into the slots down here, and then right here you need to make sure that your rubber seal of the filter is in that groove. And then we'll go ahead and put the 2 torque screws in, and we'll hook that back up to the throttle body, and everything else is just connect and you're done. Okay, so I tried putting the air filter neck onto the base here while it was in the car. This is, you can see the cage that holds the filter. I was having a hard time getting these tabs in there, so I decided instead of breaking something or damaging the filter or not getting the seal in the grooves, I decided to take that out, 2 screws, 10 millimeter, put it together on the bench, and then put it in the car. So now I can take this, hook these 2 tabs in here like a hinge, and then close the box. And that's on just like that, and just get my 2 Torx screws and tighten that down. All right, well, I managed to get it on without damaging anything. And now what we'll do is reverse our screws and hook our lines up. So we have 2 10 millimeters that hold the air box onto the inner fender well. And below this one, on my left, is a rubber plug. It fits on a ball post, kind of like these air cleaner, or engine covers. That's on. So we're going to clip this line into here. We're going to reconnect this clamp that holds this line here. These push into the air box and sit right there. Get the flexible rubber neck that goes on the throttle body has slots where the fins of the aluminum go into the slot to align it. Here's our PVC line. That connects here into that clamp. Our air intake, click, push the red thing down, you're locked. So that's it. The filter's changed. All I have to do is put my scoop in for the vent. And again, these were not tight. I actually just took them out with the extension and my finger tight. There's 2 on each side. So I'll finish that up and we'll be done. Well, there you go. It's pretty basic. 8mm, 10mm Torx. That's about it. So just a few connections that you need to take care of: your PCV line, your air intake sensor, and loosen the clamp on the throttle body, and you can go ahead and have that replaced in, I don't know, 40 minutes it took me. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.